doing it right, but it looks like I am officially live. If you can see me, if you can hear me, just leave me a quick comment so I know that everything's set up the way it's supposed to be. Hi, Shannon. Can you hear me? All right, we'll just give it a few minutes. All right, okay. It looks like the camera's fine. It took me a while to try to get the right camera angle and make sure that everything is situated. I should have turned my notifications off and I forgot. So excuse me if you hear any notifications going off. If you're here on my live, if you could just leave me a comment so I know that you're here, and we will start the tutorial real soon. I'm going to be making a spiral wreath, which I'm very excited about. It's a really fun one to make. Okay, I'm seeing I got to try to figure out my iPad, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll here in a minute. Let's see, because I can't read the messages from here. So let me try to get this connected here. And let's see here. Sorry guys, this is my very first live, so I got a lot of technical things to figure out, but you know, we'll figure it out. And I don't know why I can't see the messages on my iPad. Let me try something different here. The only message I see is the first one, and I see them coming through. Let me see if I can't. Okay, I'm going to try to read it on my phone. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Shannon. All right, so people are starting to come in. I just wish I could see it on my iPad so I can read. The phone's a little far away, so it's hard to read, but we'll figure all this technical stuff out as we go along. So I'll do my best to see the comments up on the phone until I can get this figured out on the iPad. But I'm so happy to have you here. I'm Holly with Holly Hobbies, and like I said, this is my very first live. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to connect with my followers a lot more in person. So just trying to figure out the technical stuff, the phone placement, the lighting, all that kind of stuff has kind of kept me from going live. But I'm here, and I hope that this will be the first of many. So today we're going to be doing a spiral wreath, and I do have the full tutorial coming out this Sunday on my YouTube channel, but I really wanted to do a patriotic one. So they're really fun to make, and they're unique, they're different, and they're super easy. So I wanted to show you how to do that. And gosh, I wish I could see the comments here. Okay, well, let me just try a couple more things, and if I can't find them, then we'll just move along here. Okay, anyway, I can't figure this out. I'll have to figure this out later on the iPad. But okay, so we're going to be using, what's great about this one, it doesn't take hardly any mesh, and it's really easy. So this is just the basic mesh from Hobby Lobby. I have a red, white, and blue, and this is all, I've already pre-cut the mesh with my wood burner tool, and you still have a lot of mesh left. So it just takes, you know, a little less than half a roll to make this wreath. So we're going to start by making these little petals. Now, I don't know the name of the petals. I just kind of make up my own name. So if you do know the name, I call this the jellyfish petal. So it's the same petal that you do for the rose wreath, which I have 2 different tutorials on my YouTube channel as well. So if you can master this petal, which is a piece of cake, you can make a beautiful rose as well. So I'm going to show you couple different ways to make these petals, and I have a basket. You do need, for what we're doing today, we need 15 red, 15 white, and 6 blue. So let's get started on the petal. And let me just see if I can't see some of the comments. All right, Lori from New York. Hi, welcome. And Stephanie, thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you here. This is a really special day for me, and I'm just excited to be here to do this live with you, and just to get on a more personal level. I know if you watch me on my YouTube, all you see is my hands and you hear my voice and my dog snoring, and he's over there snoring right now. So if you hear some snores, that's from Turbo, our pug. He's attached at my hip, so if I'm in the craft room, he's right there. And let's see, Shannon. Hi, Shannon. That's Shannon from Feelin' Crafty, one of my online friends. Check her channel out if you haven't. She does really fun stuff. And that's what's so great about the wreath community, is that you have friends that you've never even met. Like, I've never even met Shannon, and I feel so close to her. I mean, she's my go-to girl. If I have questions, I'm messaging her, she's messaging me, and we're figuring things out together. And all right, Kathy from Washington, welcome. Candace from Florida. All right, this is exciting. I just wish I could get these to work, but like I said, we'll figure it out. So let's go over the jellyfish petal. And I like to prep all my petals first. I just think it goes by a lot faster. So basically this petal is really easy, and you're gonna lay it curl side up. And the only trick, it's not really a trick, but with this petal is it depends on which way you want to go around your wreath form. So if you're more comfortable going clockwise, you're going to do it a certain way with the finished edge on the right. If you're more comfortable going counterclockwise, you're going to have your finished edge on the left. So let me show you the difference. And I know it's going to be reversed a little bit, but so I like to do my finished edge on the right and go clockwise. So you're going to lay it factory edge on the left and the right, and you're going to do it at an angle. You're going to bring the bottom corner. You can either bring the bottom corner up to the top, and that gives this factory edge on the right, or you can bring the top to the bottom, and it gives you that same thing. And if you want to do it the other way, you're going to bring the right corner in, and that gives it on the left, or you can do the opposite, and that gives it on the left as well. So we're going to go counterclockwise. I like to do them all the same way. So I'm going to bring my bottom corner up to the right. Sorry, this way. This way. Okay, here we go. Bottom corner up to the other corner, and there's a couple different ways that you can do. Okay, so you can just get the corners and you can just slide your hand up, which I'm finding as I go along, I've done a few of these, that this is kind of the easier way. And you don't want to slide up too high and scrunch your jellyfish. You want it to be nice and full. So when you measure it, it's usually about 3.5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, usually right around 3.5 inches. So that's one way to do it. And I'm taking my silicone rubber bands. I just get these from the Dollar Tree in the hair section. And there you have the jellyfish petal. So that's one way to do it. Let's do that again. So I have the bottom corner, the factory edge on the left and right. I'm doing it at an angle, the bottom corner up to the top, or the top to the bottom, matching the corners, sliding my hand up and making this little umbrella looking jellyfish petal. And then when you measure it, it's always usually around 3.5 inches to 4 inches. All right, so let me show you another way that you can do it. And you could do the same thing. You bring your corners up, and you can do it this way where you're measuring it. So I'm bringing my corner up. I like to bring that finished edge over the unfinished edge just a little bit. And I'm using my measuring mat and coming in 3.5 inches. 1, 2, 3, coming right under that 4-inch mark. And then you can just slide one side into the center and slide the other side. And that gives you the same thing. So whichever way that you're more comfortable doing it, whatever works for you, they're both going to give you the same petal. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Donna. Hi, Amy. Welcome. Welcome. It's nice to see people coming from all over. I'm in California, so if we're a different time change, I've learned that the hard way. I always forget to say Pacific Standard Time. I had someone that was waiting for the live, but I didn't put Pacific Standard Time, so she was a little disappointed, but I hope she ended up coming. So we're going to, I prepped some of these, but you're going to have to bear with me. We're going to prep the rest of these together. And then what we're going to do is trim the tails a little bit. So let me do the couple different ways again. And then I always have like a laundry basket or something next to me just to stick all those petals in as we're going along. So let's do it the 2 different ways. We can do it this way, making sure that I like to make sure that finished edge goes over that unfinished edge, measuring in 1, 2, 3.5, pinch in the middle, bring one side in and the other side together. And it all gives you that same petal. Hi, Lisa. Oh, I have never, yeah, Shannon, it's the same exact petal for the rose. I know that you've been wanting to try the rose, and I'm telling you, the rose, when you look at it, it looks like it would be so hard to make, and it is probably one of the easiest wreaths to do. And it's breathtaking. I've done one on the Unique in the Creek board, and I did another one on the Dollar Tree wagon wheel just to try out different bases, and they're my favorite. I have one on my front door on the front and the other one's on the back. That's how much I love it, and they just make me so happy. So yeah, it's the same exact petal. You're just doing the same thing. It's just the way you're adding it to the wreath board. So we're going to, let's keep prepping the rest of these, and then I'm going to show you how to add them to the, we're going to use a 14-inch wire wreath frame. It's just when I do it like this, I like to make sure that this finished edge is over that unfinished edge. So I come in 1, 2, 3.5, pinch in the center, and bring the one side over and the other side to that pinch center. And depending on where you are in the roll, sometimes they can get a little bit not as full looking, but it's all going to look really pretty when we add it to the wreath frame. Hi, Lynn from Maryland. All right. So if you know the name of this, let me know. I'm not good with the names of the petals. Like I said, I like to just make up my own names, and I call this the jellyfish petal. But you know what? The more I've done these, I'm realizing that this is kind of my favorite way, just to slide my hand up. And you don't even have to measure. You just kind of look at it. It's nice and full. It's not scrunched up. Then you're good. And when you measure it, it's usually 3.5. See, right around 3.5 to 4. I think in the tutorial, I said to go 4 inches, which it gives it the same look. All right, let's see here. Oh, hi, Angie. She's from, gosh, I wish I can see. AKH Reese. Oh, I love your work. You do amazing work. I'm so, you know, what's so great is that we can all be making wreaths, but we just all get so inspired from each other, and we just have such a beautiful community. I love our crafting community. So this one, the one I have coming out is a tropical one, and we're doing a floral center. But I've always been wanting to do one of these spiral wreaths, and now I'm kind of hooked. They're really fun. And I really want to add another American flag wreath to my collection. That's kind of my favorite thing to do, is take a design and recreate it with different techniques. And that's what I do with the American flag. I have so many different American flag designs out there, and I want to add another, actually two, to the collection before I move on to fall and Halloween. All right, okay. So by the next live, hopefully I can figure out how to see the comments on the iPad. So if I'm missing you, I'm sorry. It's hard to see from this far away. I don't know why I can't get them on my iPad. If anybody knows anything about that, let me know, because I'm learning all this technical stuff. I'm telling you, that I think has been the hardest part of starting this business, is learning all the technical stuff. It's been a huge learning curve for me, and I just have to take one thing at a time and try to learn that and then move on to the next. But I mean, yeah, I'm not good with all that computer stuff, but you know what? I'm getting better. And let's see here. I wonder, maybe if I go, let me try to do something different. Let me go onto my live here. Let me just try a couple things. I'm sorry. I just really want to get this working so I can interact a little bit better here. See, I only see one message from the very first one, and I don't see anything else on the iPad part of it. Let me go to this. Okay, anyway. We'll have to figure this out later. Okay, so let's keep moving along to the petals. Let me see if I can see. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I try to do a little bit of everything. I'm kind of always been a out of the box kind of gal, so I like to do different, unique kind of things. And I like to show you that even if you don't feel like you can do it, or you're not crafty, that you can. You just take it step by step, and anybody can make any of the wreaths by just taking the tutorial step by step. All right, so we have a few more, and then we're going to start adding these to the wreath. And I haven't done this. I just, in my head, I really wanted to do the American flag. So let's shoot for the best here. And I want to start going live once I figure out this technical stuff. I got nervous in the beginning because I thought it was going to just count down and go on the camera, but I had to go to a different place. So let's see here. All right. Okay, so we have just a few more petals. And you're going to see how fast this design comes together. So whichever way you want to do it, 1, 2, 3, pinch in the middle, drag the sides together to the middle. It's all going to be the same. Okay, so can you hear the dog snoring? When I'm doing the tutorials, a lot of times I can't really edit it out, so I just leave it. And I hope that people don't think it's my husband on the couch snoring. But pugs, I don't know if anybody has ever had a pug before, but they make lots of snores and snorts, and they're so cute. My husband laughs because well, he sleeps in his crate. He was crate trained since he was a puppy, but in the morning, my husband takes him out of the crate and he goes trotting into my bedroom, and he gets on the bed with me, and we, you know, I'm a night owl, so I'm not an early morning person, and he's done a couple videos. We're both just snoring. That's the funniest thing ever. Okay, we got 2 more, and then we're going to start adding them. Thank you, Glenda. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh. Which ones have you made? Which one's your favorite that you've made of mine? See, look how sweet it is that the wreathing community comes to support. I love it. And if you haven't checked out Shannon Feeling Crafty, she does these awesome dragon wreaths that are just to die for with the petal. It's a really unique looking petal, and it's super cool. Okay, here's the very last one. Oh, the mesh is it's 10-inch mesh, 10 by 10. And I guess I've left that out. I cut it into 10-inch pieces, and I used my wood burner tool. I didn't want to bore you and have you watch me cut all the mesh. So, okay, here we go. We did all the petals. And now we're going to move on to adding them to the wreath. All right. We need some zip ties and some wire cutters. Okay, so since I'm going clockwise, and that's why I had this finished edge right here on the right hand side, because we're going around this way. All right, so I always name my bars from the outside going in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be using the number 3 bar. Okay, so let's see I was kind of thinking about this, and I'm thinking let's do the blue first, because even if we turn it this way, it's still gonna be fine. So we're gonna start with our 6 blue. Okay, and what we're going to do is add it to the number 3 bar. That's the only bar that we're going to be working on. Hi Barbara, welcome. Oh, you have 2? Oh my gosh, how fun is that? Yeah, there's lots of snoring and snorts going on in your household. I know everyone's been begging me to get another one, and I have my hands full with this one. He's not named Turbo. I mean, he's named Turbo for a reason. He is turbo charged, like 24/7. If I get up and do something right now, he's in full-blown snoring sleep. He will just jump up and follow me wherever I'm at. Like, he is just go, 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 go. So I don't know. It's like part of me wants to get another one, but he's such a handful. But I know it would be really cool to get another one. And we're working towards it. I'm probably going to end up with another one. Oh, you had fun making the oh, right. You made, yeah, the turkey wreath. That was so fun. I love that wreath. I can't wait to do some shorts on that. And I don't know if you follow me on Facebook, you might see me doing a lot of these reels, and I kind of do reels with some of the stuff that I've done because I have new followers and they might have not have seen them. So I can't wait to do the reels with the turkey wreath real soon here. Yeah, that's a really fun one. Oh, yeah. Oh, Shannon, one was lazy and one was wild. Yeah. I follow this one channel on YouTube, and and it's the same thing. One is just crazy and the other one's just the sweet little thing. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to start adding these to the section. Okay, we're going to be adding 6 per section, and we're going to add to the number 3 bar, and I'm going to start right after the crossbar. And we're going to add our first zip tie, and I just like to place it right around where that silicone rubber band is. Right before that crossbar. So we're going to add all 6 of our blue onto this section because I'm trying to create an American flag here. And I think just that one section should be fine on the blue. Now, I use 6 per section, and that's what's good with this. At first, I thought this mesh wasn't going to work. It was going to be too see-through, but when you add 6 to the section, it really fills it up, and you can't see the wreath. So we're going about an inch. We're staggering about an inch. Oh wait, I forgot. We got to trim the tails. So I just like to trim them about halfway, so there's not so much bulk there. All right, so now we're adding the next one right on top of the other one. We're staggering about an inch or so. And with the next zip tie, you can just go around the previous tail as well. And you can also use pipe cleaners. You don't have to use the zip ties. They're just a little bit easier for me sometimes to work with. And so what's great about this is don't worry about any of this stuff on the right, okay? It's going to be flopping around. It's not going to be where we want it. I don't want you to worry about that because there's something we're going to do at the end of it. Thank you, Rose. Oh, hi, Rose. Welcome. Welcome. I recognize a lot of these names, and I'm so happy that you came to join me. Oh, Lori, you have Vito, Lucy Bell. Oh my gosh, 243 pounds. Holy smokes. That's a big one. Wow. Huh. Yeah, they're so dense. Mine looks little, but I could barely pick them up. Like I can't just lean over the bed and pick them up. I have to get down and like lift them up or I'll hurt myself. Okay, so we're adding, I have 2 added, and I'm going to keep adding these on here till we get 6 per section. And if it gets kind of tight, you can always like move them around to where you need to do to get the 6 on there. But I found that the 6 works really good. You don't have to do 6. You can do 5 if you want, but I really like the look of the 6. And we're just going to keep adding. I mean, it's really a simple wreath, and it's just, it looks so cool. Some of these you think, God, that must be so hard, and it's like they're so easy. Okay, let me get the other 2 blue here. So now we're going about an inch, spacing about in 3/4 of an inch to an inch. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so here is the last two for the section. And here's our sixth one. So it's just enough to get all 6 in this section. And I'm just going to scoosh a couple towards the other side to make room for this last one. I like to get it inside, in between the crossbars, all 6 of them. So here's the last one, and it's going right before that crossbar. Sorry, it's hard to see with the glare. I'm learning how to make wreaths. Oh, perfect, Kelly. Great. Yeah, it can be a really nice side income, and especially when you retire, it keeps you busy for sure. And what's so great about it is there's so many ways that you can make money online. Not just by selling your wreaths, but there's a lot of opportunity online. And yes, it is so fun and relaxing. It's definitely my therapy, and that's why I love doing what I do, because I mean it's to me it's just therapy, and it's that moment that you can just check out of everything, all your problems, all your stress, and you're in the moment, and it's like a adrenaline, like a crafting adrenaline, and I love it. I've always crafted since I was a little girl, and it just brings me so much joy. Those were my favorite memories, was crafting when I used to stay with my great aunt every summer, and we would go to town, and that would be our big outing into town. She'd have all her coupons, and we'd go to like the 5 different stores for the cat food, and and then we would go to the store called Sprouts Ritz, which would probably be kind of like a Rite Aid or something like that. And it's my favorite memories. I would always get some sort of little crafting kit, whether it was like, like the paper flowers, or the little loom where you make the pot holders or whatever. And it was just, oh, my favorite thing to do. And my favorite memories. Oh yes, yep. Catherine, yep. It is. It definitely helps supplement that income, because we all know that times are so hard. It'd be so hard to make it when you're on your Social Security and your disability. Anything that we can do to help supplement the income, and that's what I'm trying to do, is help the family, because things are tight. We have 3 boys, and sent 2 of them to college, 1 to grad school, and it's just like, you think that it's, you're good, but I'd like some time for me. Oh, 5 grandchildren. Oh, that must be really special. Oh, yes. And you know what? Catherine, those are going to be their best memories, is crafting with grandma. I mean, they're going to remember that forever. That's so special. I can't wait to do that with my grandchildren someday. My oldest son just got married, so we'll see, knock on wood. But those were my favorite memories too, was I'd always do, when my boys were young, I would do crafting parties. And I mean, of course, boys, they're not they're not into that, but I'd be like, nope, you've got, this is what we're doing, and everybody's got to do it. And yeah, okay, mom. But oh yeah, I love doing those crafting parties. All right. Yes, yes, Shannon. I you're on disability. Yeah, that must be and you're retired or you're from being a band teacher, right? I don't know if I ever told you that my middle son was my music kid and he was in jazz band. He played the bassoon and symphonic, and those were my best memories was too is and all that. I miss all those recitals and all the band stuff. So fun. Yes, yes, for sure, for sure. Okay, so we have our blue, all right? We have our blue connected, and I think that should be a good, just doing the one section. And when you look on the back, we have all 6 of them on there. So now it should go pretty fast from here because we have them all prepped. So now we're going to alternate the red and the white, and we're going to start adding them to all the other sections. And then I'm going to show you what we do for the edges to get that spiral look. All right, so now we're just going to start doing that same thing. Like I said, this wreath is a very easy one. The prep time is the time that just takes up the most of it, but you can be watching TV with your laundry basket next to you and prep these. And now we're going to add our 6. We're going to alternate our red and our white. Now I didn't prep any of it. I prepped a few petals ahead of time, so this might be a long live, but hopefully we can get this on here. And because I know a lot of you are from different time zones and I don't want to keep you up too late here. Okay, so we're going to start adding. And I can't believe everyone's starting to already. A lot of the designers are starting on their Halloween and fall, and I'm like, I feel like I just put all that stuff away. Like, I cannot believe how fast time goes. So I really wanted to get to some beach designs, and I don't think it's going to happen. I have to move on or I'm going to be behind. So I got to start thinking about what I'm going to be doing. And I do have something exciting in the works, which I'm super excited. I haven't shared it with anyone yet, but I'm going to share it with you because I'm happy that you're all here joining me. Is I have a new collaboration in the works, and I think it's going to be really fun. It's going to be with TMI Gifts. And what's so neat about it is I've had some people, well, you know, they'll send you their kits for you to make. But what's cool about this collaboration is I get to make my own kit. I get to design. I get to look on their website, pick out my own thing that I want to do that's going to fit with my channel. And I think it's going to be a really fun collaboration. We're going to start doing one of those about once a month and see how it goes. Victoria, sorry. I'm really trying hard to read these. I started wreaths. Aw, I'm so sorry about your dad. Oh, yes, it does. It's the best therapy. It really helps heal the soul for sure. Um, do I do my tutorials at a certain time? You know, this is my first live, but my tutorials, I try to be consistent, and I have a new tutorial that comes out every Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There was a time where I would try to drop a couple a week, but it's just they're really time consuming. And so, I mean, if I can start getting to a flow where I can drop 2 a week, I'll do that, because there are a lot of designs I want to make, and just 1 a week, I might not be able to do them all. So if I do start dropping one midweek, I'll let you all know. But right now it's every Sunday consistently, and I will try to have a consistent live schedule as well once I get the hang of doing the lives. Hi, Angie. Oh, thank you. I think it's going to be so fun. Yes. Um, I don't know. I don't know why I picked today, because I was trying to pick a day because I was really worried about my internet. We live in the country, and it's satellite, so I was like concerned. And then when my middle son gets off work, he's like my gamer kid, and forget it. He would freak out if I was trying to stream when he's home. So I tried to, and I kicked my husband out. I said, don't come back till after till after 5 o'clock. And here we are. It's almost 5 o'clock, and I'm not even done with this. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully I can get on a schedule. I really want to get on a consistent schedule, so you guys will know, hey, okay, I'm going to be live this day. So this day worked out, and maybe this could work out to be a consistent day for me. Because I really need to start going live. Okay, so here we go. We have 2 sections. I'm going to start trying to get these sections knocked out here, so I don't want to keep you all really late here, so you can see how I finish the side. So we're not worried about any of this stuff, okay? We're not, it's all sticking out, it's flopping out. We don't care about that right now. What we're doing is we're just going to start adding. Let me just start cranking this out. Yes, you're right, Shannon. I think that would be a really good start. 1 tutorial every Sunday, and then a live once a week. I think that would work out really good in my schedule. Because I think I want to just stick, if I'm going to go live, to stay on YouTube, and possibly maybe do one on TikTok, but I'm not quite sure about that yet. I'm trying to figure all the TikTok stuff out. I did get my channel monetized, but it's hard to keep up with all the different platforms. And so I really need to put more time into the TikTok and see where it can take me. But right now my main focus is YouTube, because that's my passion, is my YouTube. And it didn't start out, I didn't start out, oh, I want to be a YouTuber at all. Like I knew nothing about YouTube. I mean, I'd been on YouTube if I wanted to learn how to do something, but I had no idea the whole YouTube world until I started Julie's Biz Boutique. And I don't know if I'm sure you all know Julie. Julie's Wreath Boutique. Julie from Julie's Wreath Boutique. She's my business coach, and I started doing her trainings, and I got to the YouTube training, and I got completely inspired by her trainings on YouTube, and I thought, you know what? I think I can do that. I want to give that a try. And it just was the best thing that I ever did, because I started out selling my wreaths on Etsy, which I love, don't get me wrong. It just wasn't my passion. My passion is making the wreath, but it wasn't selling the wreath. My passion was teaching people how to make the wreaths, and it brought something out in me, and I felt this energy, and I thought, wow, I love this. So I just went for it, and it's been the best thing that I've ever done. So I'm really excited about that. And Julie's super excited that I've taken my YouTube channel to where it's at today. And I just like to put the work into my YouTube channel right now. Okay, so we have 2 more on here. Oh, thank you, Lori. That's so sweet. Oh my gosh, you guys are all just the best. Okay, all right. Catherine, it was nice having you, and I hope to see you again. I'll try not to talk so much and do some more work here so we can get this done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why can't I see right? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, okay, I'm going to really start to crank these sections out because I really want to show you this part of it and show you how it all starts coming together. Okay. Okay, so we have, see how we're starting to form this little spiral, and look how cool that looks. I mean, it's so cool. Look at that. And I know we got all this stuff sticking up, but we're going to turn this into a beautiful spiral. That's why I say, don't worry about any of that. My first one, I was all tucking and worried, and then I figured it out. Like, it doesn't even matter. Okay, so we got 3 more sections, and let's get these cranked out here. Start. I could always prep stuff ahead of time, but this is my first one, so it's all a learning process here. Okay, so I'm gonna get these added. So we're just spacing them out about 1 inch, adding 6 per section. Hi, Ozzy. Welcome. Thank you, Lori. It's starting to come together. And it just always looks so pretty. I'm kind of falling in love with these spiral ones. And I'm excited to add another American flag to my collection. So I'm adding this, and then I have 1 more with the Dollar Tree tool that I'm going to do, an American flag. And then I have to call it quits for the summer decor, even though I'm really sad because I wanted to do, I had a follower that asked me if I'd ever done a aquarium wreath. And I thought, no, what's an aquarium wreath? And I started getting on Pinterest, and oh my gosh, I was kind of getting obsessed. So I bought all this stuff to do one, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. But what's exciting is when I put all my stuff away, there was a lot of stuff I couldn't get to in in fall and Christmas. So now I get to start with those, all the ones that I didn't get to. That's usually what I do. And then I eventually get to all the ones I want to do. But usually I'll have a list, or I try to get a list, or a lot of things just kind of I do on the fly. But I really want, the first thing I'm going to do, the first one I'm going to do is the, which I couldn't get to it last year, and I had all the stuff for it, was those, the cute scarecrow ones with the faces. And I had bought the face, and I just, it's starting to get too late, and so I put it away. So I saw that the other day, and I thought, oh, that's going to be my first fall one that I'm going to do. Okay, we're almost at, we have 2 more sections here. And then I'm going to show you how to tie all of this together to get that nice spiral look. But see, I mean, there's nothing to it. We're just adding these petals to the wreath frame. I mean, very simple. Okay, so let me make sure I had 6. Okay, we've got 2 more sections. We're getting there. Aw, Lori, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I'm telling you, like, comments like that are why I do what I do. I get the sweetest comments from people on YouTube that are just like, some of them bring me to tears, like, so sweet. And I thank you. That's so sweet. Haven't finished the okay, we're moving along here. And then we just have one more section. Basket's getting smaller. Hopefully I didn't mess up when I cut them and cut the right amount. I cut it 10 inches, Ozzy. It's 10-inch mesh. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's just their regular deco mesh. And I used my wood burner tool and cut it to 10 inches. Now, if you had like the other kind of mesh, like from Craft Outlet, the thicker mesh, then you could probably get away with like 5 petals per section. But I think with the 6, with this more see-through mesh, it really helps. It helps to add the 6, so you can't see through the wreath base. Okay. All right. Okay, this is the 6th one, and then we have one more section, and we are attaching it to that number 3 bar, 6 per section in between the crossbars. I named the bars from the outside going in. All right, so we're getting there. You're starting to see the spiral take place. So now we're on the last section here. And you know what? I'm going to do what Shannon did in her live the other day. And I'm just going to throw that on the floor. I love it. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really excited about the TMI collaboration. I've been like going through their website, and they have so many cool stuff, and I just like, oh, trying to put a design together, and it's just taken me a while because of the fact that they have so many neat things. But I think it's definitely, I'm going to do a fall will be my first one. So I think tonight I'm really going to really look through everything and come up with a design. Okay, so now we're down to the last 6, and I'll do the 3, and then you have to just kind of hold the blue off to the side to get the last 3 in there. Oh, good. I'm glad, Ozzy. Yeah, it's really easy. I put 6 of the blue. I'm doing 6 per section. So I did the 6 of the blue are in one of the sections. And this is the one, let's see. I think the other one's out there. I was going to show you the one I'm going to have come out Sunday. Okay, so now you just have to hold those blues back while we get these last 6 in there. And get them, squeeze them in there. Thank you, Sherry. Well, I'm excited my internet is working and I haven't lost you yet, or it's not buffering, so that's a good thing. And it's probably only because nobody's home right now. We just switched to Starlink, and I'm hoping that everything's going to be okay with it to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so now I have the last 2 here, and you're just going to just push that blue aside. This one I'm going to trim down just a little bit more. Oh, thank you. Is it Cordilla? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. So sweet. I definitely have a passion for crafting, and I love what I do. I mean, it's so fun to be able to craft for a living. Okay, so now we're on to the very last one. Now this one, you're not going to be able to get that tail under that blue one, so you're just going to push the tail between the 2 of the wreath bars. Just shove it down there. Okay, this is our very last one. And there we go. You got to bear with me. This is real time. I can't do like my tutorials, do a speed up version. Yeah, I think, Shannon, I think you're right. I think that would be a really good schedule, is to keep my tutorials once a week, and then to try to get to do a consistent live once a week as well. So here we go. So this is what we have so far, and it's kind of a hot mess, but you can, you know what? This would be a really cool peppermint too. Look at that for Christmas. That would be fun. Hopefully that's enough blue. Do you think that's enough blue? Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah, that's enough blue. Okay. So now we have all these loose ends. See all those loose ends everywhere? Now you could just tuck them in, okay? But that doesn't work for me, because especially if you're going to sell this, you want everything to be nice and finished. So this is what I do. So I flip it over and I take 2 at a time. Now I'm going to be flipping it back and forth because I want to make sure when I add these to the wreath bar that they're in the right place. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 at a time, and then I'm going to zip tie the very tips to the number 1 bar. All right, so just like that. And sometimes a tip might be longer or shorter, so you're just going to make sure, like, see how I'm pulling the red? I'm pulling it too far and it's not, you can't see the spiral. So this one I'm going to do 2 different zip ties. So this one I'm going to do the white, and you want to make sure you're still getting that staggered look, or you can do little pieces of pipe cleaners will work too for this if you don't want to use your zip ties. There, and then this one's a little bit shorter, so I'm going to do that red by itself. So I'm going to go around and get all of these secure so they're not popping out. And I don't want to take too, I don't want to like pull it too far because we still want that spiral look. See, like this one's short, this one's longer. So then I'll do those 2 at a time. So I'm going to go around doing this part, and then it's going to give it a really pretty spiral finished touch with nothing popping out the sides. See the difference? See the nice finished ones? Oh, thank you, Shannon. Oh, Shannon, you're so sweet. You're the sweetest, I'm telling you. The West Coast. Oh my gosh, Lori, that's so cute. I love that. The West Coast Wreath Queen. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I love that. Oh, that makes me laugh. That is cute. I can't wait to tell my husband that one. See, like this one's short, this one's long. So, you know, I know it might seem like a waste of zip ties, but you got it. If you're selling that wreath and you know, you want to give a nice, giving it as a gift, you want to have it a nice finished wreath. You don't want to, you know, have these little pieces popping out when it's hanging on the wall and they have to tuck it in. So you're going to go that extra mile. We've already made it this far. We might as well just making sure that everything is where it needs to be. Okay. So usually it works in 2s, but some of this is just a little bit longer, so I have to do it individually. Okay, we're getting there. I know it's probably getting, what time is it? We're on the East Coast. It's probably getting late. Turbo's still snoring away over there. We took him to, it's been really hot here. So the last 2 weekends we went to the beach to just to be able to cool down from the heat. We were in triple digits, and my husband got us these e-bikes for Christmas, and a trailer, and he hadn't had a chance to go in it yet. And he absolutely loved it. I got to pull him in his little trailer and down the beach, and he was just having a blast, barking at everybody that we passed. And then a couple times he hopped in the trailer on his own, so I knew he loved it. But we got home, and it took him like 3 days to, he was so tired. And we took him to restaurants. We'd never taken our dog to a restaurant, and it was so cool. He did so good. That's what's fun on the coast, is everything's so dog friendly there. All right, we're getting there. See that? See how it's coming together? Look at that beautiful finished spiral. Okay, we're in the home stretch here. I promise you. We are doing this. Oh, hi, Deborah. Nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining. That's another one of my online buddies. She'll message me. We message each other with questions, and I'm telling you, we have the best online community. And if I can answer any questions, I don't, I don't hide any information. I'll share it with you. If I can help you out, I will. If I can answer that question, I will. So I have people that will message me and they think they're bothering me, and I'm like, you're no bother at all. Like, I love helping people. I love helping people. I was a CNA for many, 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 many years, and I have taken care of a lot of people. I just actually, for the last 3 years, they both just passed away recently, but I helped my neighbors out, my neighbor with her parents, Suzanne and Ron. And Suzanne, I don't know if you've been following me, but I've posted a few pictures of Suzanne, because I'm telling you, I felt like we were kindred souls. She was a crafter. She ended up becoming blind at 56. She had that flesh-eating bacteria, almost died, woke up, she had her leg amputated at her hip, and she was blind. And she used to craft. She made like all the Barbie clothes for her kids. Like, we were total kindred spirits. And she loved hearing about my wreaths, what wreath I was making, how many followers I had on my YouTube. She was there in the beginning when I was trying to get to my 1,000 followers and 4,000 view hours. And but even though she was blind, she had to have whatever wreath I was doing. So if I we'd be talking about the pumpkin. I think she had like 5 wreaths of mine, and nothing brought me more joy than bringing the wreath over to her, and she would fill it. Like, she had the sunflower, the poinsettia, and even though she couldn't see them, it just made her so happy. And bless her heart, I miss her. But oh man, we had a lot of fun talking about wreaths and crafting. Okay, so we're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost there. So if you have to leave, at least you can kind of see the general idea here. And then I will have the step-by-step tutorial coming out on Sunday. But at least you got to come and take a peek at it live and see that it's super easy to make this spiral wreath. So Shannon, I want you to try the rose. I know you've been wanting to do the rose, and it's literally these same petals. Excited about the rose. Yes, Deborah, yes. That was a beautiful one. You do beautiful work. I know. I wish we could kayak together. She loves to kayak like I do. That's my favorite thing to do in my downtime, is where I just kind of float and let the ideas kind of flow. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Da 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 da. Okay, so we have our spiral, but we have a lot of the stuff in the middle's popping out now. But look at how just adding those, all the ones on the back, like, just finished it off really nicely. Okay. Oh yes, Shannon. Yes, for sure. I want you to do the rose, and you are going to be obsessed. And I would definitely do it on the the Unique and the Creek board. You know, it was just as easy on the Will, but it was really, it's really nice with the different rows on the Unique and the Creek board for sure. I'm actually going to do another one because I really wanted to do a variegated one on the large board, because the one I did was on the smaller board. All right. All right. Hi, Autumn. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so we have all these loose ends in here in the middle. And so now this is where you can just tuck, okay? Because we're going to be adding a sign. And we know how deco mesh is so sticky, so usually it stays where we want it to. And you could do this at the outside, but like I said, I don't trust that. And you want a nice finished product if you're selling it or giving it away. So we're tucking everything in, and now you can add whatever sign of your choice. Okay, so those you don't have to do anything, just tuck them like that. They're not going to go anywhere. And now you're going to add the signs. So what I picked out is, I was looking around for the right sign. I should have prepped it ahead of time, but and some stars. Got to have the stars. So I found this one at Hobby Lobby. It is a little on the heavy side, but I thought it would be really pretty in the middle there. So at this point, you could just add whatever sign of your choice. And then, so I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to add some stars. These I get from Hobby Lobby. They're not painted, and so my husband is so sweet. He spray paints these for me, but he did recommend that you have to use a primer first, or it'll take way too many layers of white to cover the stars. But I love these stars because they come in all different sizes, and they're really fun to use. So now we are just going to add our sign. And since this is so heavy, I want to add 4. I'm going to add 4 of them on here. And I should have done this ahead of time, but we're just going to, and I know my glue gun is just a mess. You could tell it's been used a few times. I want to get one of those ones that you charge, the cordless ones, I guess they're called. Okay, so we're going to do this. Yeah, I need to get another glue gun. I did order another one because when I was editing my tutorials, I was like, gosh, that gun looks so ugly in the tutorials. I mean, not like that matters, but so I ordered another one just like this one, and then for some reason the glue just keeps dripping out. So I went back to Old Faithful here. Okay, and these are just felt scraps I'm adding right on top of the pipe cleaner to give it some extra reinforcement. Oh, you've had the cordless ones, like where you recharge, Deborah? Oh yeah, do you like it? Because I really want to get one of the. Oh, you have a Ryobi, Shannon. Are those like rechargeable ones? Because which one is the best one to get? Because I need to order one. Okay, so we have that, and we have my stars. So basically all we're going to do now is we're going to add the sign, and we're going to hot glue some stars onto the blue. And I have different sizes here. See, the one pack that you get from Hobby Lobby, it has 3 different sizes all in one pack. So I think we'll just kind of add some different sizes on here. Two batteries. Oh, yeah, Karen. Okay. So that's smart. That's really smart. Is the Ryobi, would you recommend those? Do you like them, the Ryobi ones? Oh, they're in the tool section of Home Depot. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. That's cool. Okay. How much are they? Are they pretty reasonable? All right, so we have those pipe cleaners. They're all glued in there. And now we're just going to bring them all through the center. I really hope this sign is not too heavy because I really like it. And we're just going to find the wreath bar. And I'm just going to do a light twist, making sure that it's where I want it to be, the placement, and then we'll tighten everything up really good. Oh, okay, so they're really reasonable. Okay, I didn't even know that they were in Home Depot. And okay, the battery pack, okay, yeah. Is it like the same, is it like a certain battery pack, or is it like the same battery packs that you get for like the other kind of tools and stuff? And the glue sticks are more expensive. Okay. Is yours a Ryobi too, Deborah? I know. Wouldn't that make a really fun peppermint rose? Yeah, that definitely would make a fun peppermint candy. Okay, so I like that. Even though, like I said, it's a little bit heavy, so let's make sure that we secure this. Of course, I couldn't find a sign that I liked except for the heaviest one at Hobby Lobby. All right, so we're attaching the sign, and then the only thing that we have left to do is to add the stars, and we're just going to simply hot glue the stars on there. And if you ever want to finish your back for the 14-inch frames, I definitely recommend the place settings. It makes it really easy, and it's just an easy way to finish a back. Let me grab one so you can see. This is from Hobby Lobby. It's green, but I get a white or whatever. And then you just simply zip tie it. Just put the zip tie right through there onto that wire frame, and you have a perfect finished back to your wreath. Okay, we're getting there. Ooh, I like that. That is really coming together. I am so excited to add another American flag to my collection. Okay, so now we're just going to simply hot glue some stars. It's kind of hard to see here. Let me go this way so I can see it a little bit better. And I'm just going to play around with some different sizes. And I always like to place things about where I want them first. And then let's maybe do a big one down there. And then we're just going to start hot gluing. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go get one of those glue guns because I need to retire this one. And I like the idea of having the extra battery pack. That's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea, Karen, with the finishing the back with the steering wheel covers. That's a great idea. If you add that the back, Tracy, you would just on the number one bar, just add a big zip tie where you're going for a hanger. And then add the back, and then you can move the zip tie around to where, so it's centered and all that when you hang it. That's what I usually do. Oh, welcome back, Catherine. We are in the home stretch. We are just adding the stars right now, and we are about ready to wrap up this design here. And I'm just so happy that you all came to join me. It really makes me feel so good. Everyone's so supportive, and it's nice to see a lot of familiar names, and just thank you for supporting me on Facebook. It really means a lot to me, and my YouTube channel, and all the nice messages that you send me. I read everyone. Sometimes it's hard to respond to everyone, but I want you to know that I read each and every message that I get. Yes, I really like this in the, well, actually, I know I kind of, well, I said I want to do, I have another American flag, but I actually have two more American flags that I want to do before I move on to my fall. And what I really want to do is the same, you know how we keep talking about the rose? Well, I want to do the rose in an American flag. And I just think that will be so pretty. And I really love doing the rose. I know I keep talking about the rose, but it's just, it's a really fun one to do. And I really want to do that in the American flag. So I think that's how I'm going to wrap it up in my last two patriotic designs with the rose and then the Dollar Tree tulle American flag, which I'm working on. I'm almost finished with that one. And I know it's hard to find that tulle now. At Dollar Trees, as we all know, we don't know what's going on with them, but now it's even hard to find the 14-inch wire wreath frames there. So it's like when I see those, I feel like I have to buy those too, because I might not be able to get those there. And they're kind of expensive on Amazon. I think they're like $5. And it's hard to pay that when you're used to paying 99 cents or $1.25. Oh, perfect, Catherine. This will be a great one to do for a craft show. Oh my gosh, I bet this would like be a really good seller. And I think that, I mean, you can whip these out. I would definitely. I think, you know what I think? I did craft shows too, and God bless you for everyone that does the craft shows, because those are a lot of work. Okay, I was exhausted by the time I lugged all my wreaths down and all that. But you know what? It almost seems like the things that sell there are the more simple ones than some big elaborate wreath with all this stuff on it. Like, people just want the simple stuff. And I think this would be a great seller at a craft show. And and you could actually make a profit, because we're only using a half a roll of all the colors, and you get that on sale 40% off. You can do this wreath for really cheap and actually make a profit, because a lot of those you don't make much money. Okay, you're Catherine, you're asking me about Temu. I've never bought on Temu, and I need your guys' opinion, okay? I need your honest opinion, because they reached out to me to do a collaboration. And I was debating it, and then I just didn't know if I should do it or if I shouldn't, because you know how people always talk about Temu and Sheen and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't know if it would like turn people off of my channel if I did a collab with them or not. So what do you guys think? I thought it would be kind of fun. They want me to do a couple unboxing videos, and I thought it'd be fun to get a bunch of craft supplies. Ah. The smaller wire wreath, I'm sure you could. I would probably wouldn't go too much smaller, because these will, yeah, I'm sure. I would think maybe a 12-inch wreath would work just fine. I haven't got that far yet. They've reached out twice about collaboration, and they asked like how much I would charge, and I don't know, because I don't know what to say. So I've been just kind of thinking about it. We haven't really taken it any further than that, but they have reached out twice and said they wanted me to do 2 unboxing videos. But other than, and how much I would charge. So other than that, I have no idea. I mean, I don't even know what you would charge for something like that, because I'm kind of new to all this collab stuff. Yeah, I agree, Lynn. That's what I think. I don't think it's gonna hurt to do it once. I've had somebody that said it would cheapen my channel, but I don't really. I think a lot of people shop on there. I don't think it would cheapen my channel, but yeah, I think I am gonna give it a try for sure, just to see how it goes. I mean, you never know. It could be a nice little source of income on the side. I don't know. Something they want to keep doing. So, we can keep adding stars, but I think maybe one more over here. You think that's enough stars, or should I add more? Let's try maybe a medium one. But I am really excited about the TMI gift collab. I think that is really going to be special, because the fact that I get to design my own kit and to make it my own style, and I think that's going to be really exciting. I'm actually going to do that tonight. Let's just go through. Excuse me. All right, I think, let me see. Let me hold it up. I think that's going to be enough stars. My big old heavy block there in the middle. Let me turn it this way so you can see, or I don't know which way is the best for you to see. But that is the spiral wreath. And I hope that you had fun crafting with me. And this was really fun. I just can't thank you all enough for coming and supporting me in this live today. It really means a lot. The back, yeah. And it's not pretty, but you make it pretty with, you finish it off with the placemat. You can also use, I do a lot, I used to, when I sold a lot of wreaths, I would do the foam core. And I would just trace the back, hole punch it, and zip tie it. But the 14-inch wreath, it works out, those placemats work perfect. They're perfect size. Several people about Temu, some love it, some... Yeah, I've heard that too. But I figured, you can't go wrong with maybe some florals, things like that. So yeah, I mean, I guess I could... Oh, they charge too much for shipping. Okay. Yeah, I've never ordered from them. I don't know. But like I said, I guess, if they want to pay me to do an unboxing video, then I'll unbox some crafting supplies. Oh, the West Coast Wreath Queen. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to tell my husband. Oh, I'll let Turbo know. He's still sleeping. He's still snoozing away. I don't think he's feeling that good, actually. But because I was worried too, because sometimes when I craft and if I'm on my phone, he he doesn't like that, and he wants my, sometimes he's super needy and he'll start pawing at me like to stop what I'm doing. So I was kind of worried about that happening in the middle of this live. But yeah, so that's the spiral wreath, and I will have the I have it in the other room, but the one that is coming out on Sunday, it's a flamingo. It's actually, this isn't the same wreath, but this was my trial one. It's what, this is what it looks like in those colors. And then I did a center. I show you how to do your own center with the Dollar Tree foam floral round. And I added a bunch of tropical flowers in it, and added that from our center. And that would be a good center to do too for this one. You could probably add some little carnations or little petals in it. Would be pretty. But I hope that you had fun crafting with me, and I just thank you so much for being here, and I'm so excited to do my next live and have you all join me. And thank you for your love and support, and have a wonderful evening. Bye. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for coming, Rose. Thanks for all the love you give me on Facebook. Now, if I could figure out how to turn this off. Oh my gosh. You're welcome, Angela. The beginning of the live. I made, yes, Karen, I did 6 per section. So I did 15 red, 15 white, and 6 blue. Because there's 5 sections, and yeah. So that's how many I did. And I cut them at 10 inches. And I used my wood burner tool to cut them. And I feel like 6 works out really nice per section, especially with the Hobby Lobby, the thinner mesh. But if you had like the thicker, you know, that real chunky mesh from Craft Outlet or something like that, you could probably get away with 5 per section. Oh, thanks, Deborah. I'm so glad you were able to hop on. Thanks, Lynn. Good night, Lori. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate y'all. See you later.